delivered straight to your home. Choose from over 50 plus gourmet meal options cooked by world-class chefs and delivered frozen, ready to eat within minutes and no commit. Welcome to the one-shop gourmet food delivery, specializing in affordable options to eat right and feel great. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Every ingredient is handpicked to the highest standard. And why you should buy from homebistro.com? Restaurant quality made with natural ingredients delivered right to your door. Overnight shopping is available. Diabetic, paleo, heart health, and vegetarian options to eat. Doing business since 1999. Courteous, knowledgeable, and professional support. Complete PCI compliant SSL security ordering and great meals. Choose from some of my favorite dishes: the Mediterranean chicken with orange honey sauce, the charbroiled chicken romesco, or the grilled chicken breast with sweet and spicy vegetables. No matter what you choose, you can't lose with homebistro.com. Eat great, feel good, and save some money with homebistro.com. Hit the link in the description section below for more information.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Right at that time, the Saints were just finding out, and everybody here wanted to.
Tanoh? We're all set. Really appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Who that to the Black and Gold family members in the live stream. Much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all chiming in on this edition of the Sports Coma. Big ups to the Black and Gold family. The great Saint Tank is live and direct. We're going to start off the show by playing an interview by the Saints' newest signing. They picked up an unheard of defensive end from the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll get this interview tuned up and get his thoughts on what he thinks he'll be bringing to the Saints. And of course, like I said, we are definitely really, dealing with kind of doing this thing economically. We're definitely at Walmart right now, and we've bypassed all the Del Monte. We've bypassed all of the other really good canned goods. We're now on the aisle where we're looking for deals now. We're great value shopping. No disrespect to this young defensive end, but with people like Justin Houston and even Clowney on the board, we're reaching for a Kpassagnon. Let's see what the young man got to say. We'll break down the contracts and more as we go to Walmart. Here's Kpassagnon on his thoughts on becoming a team.
I just wanted to
Here we go.
thank Ms. Benson, Coach Peyton, the whole staff for bringing me on, really accepting me here. I feel the love already. And also just want to thank the Chiefs for the 4 years I had there. It was great. It was an amazing opportunity, and now I'm blessed with another one.
All right. We'll aim is
got you in you want to sign?
Honestly, playing against them. I saw how their defensive lines, especially, just got after it. You see it on with their production on the field, how they stop the run, how they really get after the passer, and playing them, seeing that in person, really is what made that stick to me.
Next one's from Luke Johnson with The Advocate.
Yeah, Tanoh, kind of a similar question. Once you saw that, did you then do some, I guess, research into the Saints and Brian Nielsen and some of the guys who's developed, I guess, since that's work?
Yeah, I mean, you see Ray Hendrick. You see that.
All right, we having difficulties
year.
playing the interview, so we're gonna just bypass that
Coach
and move
Nielsen,
past that.
I
Obviously,
remember him.
the computer doesn't
working-
agree. The computer obviously doesn't agree with the move the Saints have made.
Yeah,
It's refusing to play the interview by this young defensive
he
lineman. So we'll simply bypass it. Yeah, hell, I could take cues. Big ups to the Great Saint Think Tank, man. Appreciate y'all being in the building. Hope you had a fantastic and a beautiful Monday. It was absolutely gorgeous outside in the area. I'd like to thank all you guys for chiming in on the Monday edition of the Great Saint Think Tank, also known as the Sports Coma. Who that to the rest of the family members in this thing. Much love to you guys. Appreciate y'all being here as we do it. This one called Saints signed defensive end Tanoh Kpassagnon on a 2-year contract, and more Saints news. I won't hold you guys. I always say that, but I will not hold you guys for long today on this show. We're going to go over some news, notes, and items, and then we'll proceed to move in a different direction. We got a Pelican post-game report later on tonight. Right now, the Pels, if you're a Pelican person, right now it's tied with the Boston Celtics in Boston, 72 up. We were just up by about 4 or 5, but you know how we get sometimes. Big ups to the family. Let me start off by giving my spiel. Welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q, the host, and you the Great Saint Think Tank. The best of the black and gold finest is represented in the building. Please smash upon the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that damn subscribe button. Hit the bell as well. Big ups to the black and gold family members. I'm going to start it off. Brother Jerry Paul, who that to you? These nuts is in the building. Oh, I got to say it. He's in the building. Big ups to you. Who that? KB, what's up, baby? Who that to you? JT, what's up, fam? Big ups to JT. Much love and blessings to you and the fam. JT, much love. What's up, Mocha? Who that to you as well? Brian Pearson, who that to you? What's up, Marco? Marco Watson, who that to you, fam? Good to see you. Kai the Great, what's up, fam? Big ups to Kai the Great. Lamar, who that to you, family? What's up? Who that to Jesse Jackson as well? Much love, fam. He says Fridge is coming. Mickey Loomis is major cap buffer for the Saints. Thank you, fam. Big ups to you. My dog, DeWright. Well, who that to you, DeWright? Good to see you. Joshua Hoover, who that to you? Sean C., who that to you? KK 504 and 404. Lady, who that to you? Big ups to you. Sat Scott, who that to you? Good to see you in the chat as well. Tech Saint, what's up, fam? Who that to you? Uncle Paulie, who that to you? Good to see you in the chat. Muse, who that to you as well? Who else we got? Brother Byron, who that to you? What's up, Frederick? Who that to you, Frederick? Who that to you? Olden Force, who that to you? What's poppin'? We got to get this poppin'. Big ups to the fam. What's up, Claude? Who that to you, fam? Much love to all the Black and Gold family members. If you didn't hear your name, give me a who that, and I'll give you a who that back. Like I said, family, I'm not going to hold you guys too late today. I'm going to go over about 4 news, notes, and items in the Saints world on this Monday. And we'll start it off as the Saints. We were saying that Saints need edge rushing help. They proceeded by getting someone, and out of all of the people that you've seen, I know probably a lot of people didn't see this coming, but this is a very interesting year for the Saints, as we know that they still have to get the extensions of Ryan Ramczyk and Lattimore done to open up even more cap as the Saints continue to kind of go below the, get some what you would call inexpensive players to the team. But Kpassagnon, man, is a very big player, 6'7", about 2'7" in there somewhere kind of way. Coming out of Villanova, he was a high pick for the Chiefs. Had a lot of prize, never truly lived up to that billing though. Could he do that with New Orleans? Could Ryan Nielsen, the fantastic defensive line coach who's been with the Saints for 4 years, tried to escape the building twice this offseason, can he be? Could he be the guy, the missing piece to the game for Tanoh Kpassagnon? We'll see if that's the case. We'll go over the statistics as well. Big ups. What's up, J-Rock? Who that to J-Rock? Ramsey as well. What's up, Ramsey? Who that to you? Dewan. What's up, Dewan? Who that to you, fam? Good to see you as well. So big ups to the rest of the family members. Like I said, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you aren't a subscriber as we get ready to get it going. So give me just a second, fam, and we'll get this screen going. We'll share the screen and we'll jump right on into it. All right, here we go. Hold on here. Here we go. All right, Saints agree to terms with defensive end Tanoh Kpassagnon, and this is coming by way of NewOrleansSaints.com official page. Is sharing this as well. He's a 4-year NFL veteran playing in all 16 NFL regular season contests with the Chiefs. Like I said, this guy is massive. He's a big player. Who that to you, Toby? He's a big player, man, with a lot of a lot of size. It was interesting that the Saints made the move to get this kid. But let's go over what, some particulars. Saints announced that they've signed unrestricted free agent Tanoh Kpassagnon to a 2-year contract, which is actually it has I looked up the contract. It's really a 1-year deal because the Saints can opt out after this year. So I mean, they kind of it's basically, if we like you, we keep you. If not, we opt out. But this was made by Saints VP and General Manager Mr. Mickey Loomis. Kpassagnon is a dude. He's 6'7", 289 pounds, 290. Is a 4-year NFL veteran, originally selected by the Chiefs in the second round, 59th overall in 2017 NFL draft out of Villanova, and 4 seasons for the Chiefs. The Ambler, Pennsylvania native has played in 61 regular season games, 24 starts, recording career totals of 74 tackles, 51 of which were solo, 7 sacks for a loss of 67 yards. He had 18 quarterback hits, 12 tackles for loss, 5 pass defense, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 2 pass special team stops. In 8 postseason appearances, 6 starts, Kpassagnon has posted 10 tackles, 3 sacks, and for loss of 28 yards, 2 pass defense, and 5 quarterback hits, and 3 stops for loss. Now, Kpassagnon has first season as a starter in 2020, playing all 16 regular season contests, 15 starts at left end, recording 28 tackles, 4 quarterback hits as well. Had a career high 3 passes defense for the Chiefs defense that was tied 10th in the NFL in scoring defense and advanced to the Super Bowl. In 3 postseason starts, he posted 5 stops, 4 solo, 1 pass defense, and a fourth quarter third down sack in the FC Championship game against Buffalo. Now, he doubled majored in finance, accounting. Villanova enjoyed a standout college career where he recorded 105 tackles. He had 22 sacks for loss of 130 yards. He also had 37.5 on the stops, forced for putting, and all this kind of stuff. He gone first team APFCS All-American honors. Like I said, he was a decorated college football player. And look, he never lived up to the billing a lot of people thought he could, but maybe this will be what we need. All right. Appreciate you there, Jarvis. Jarvis Rogers, who that T said he'll be cut. Jarvis said he'll be cut before he can even get his self out of the car at the team facility. Thank you, Jarvis. Appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Joshua Hoover, who that to you? Josh said Q can't be as bad as Davenport. Y'all are rough today, huh? Thank you. Once again, thank you, Jarvis, for the super chat, my friend. Appreciate you. Jesse says, how IQ does Tanoh move like or have the strength of Zion Williamson? Seems like the same body comparison. He looks a little bit more streamlined than old Zion, but he, it's like I said, you know, a lot of people was expecting different things from him. A lot of people thought he was going to be mostly an edge rusher. Like it's showing you here, saying he's at 290, which they played him interiorly speaking. So the Saints have a guy that can move around. Now he's 6'7". Now we're looking at him as a defensive end, but I've looked up some stuff where he played a lot of interior. So could this be a situation where the Saints use him as an interior guy as well? 6'7", big guy. So, I mean, they can move him all the way around if they want, you know, inside, outside. He does give him that versatility and a cheap price for a very big dude. So he has a lot of experience. But like I said, where he was drafted at, not so much, but he's still very much young in the league. And perhaps, the Saints could, Brian Nielsen in particular, could be somebody that helps this guy develop like he did Trey Hendrickson, you know, like he can do with Davenport this year, you know, Carl Granderson. Perhaps we can be able to get that. And you see, you look at Davenport, now look at this, fam. You know, now, you know, just, you know, what's up, Gabriel? Who that to you? What's up, Tasha? Simply Tasha, who that to you? Good to see you in the chat. Much love to you, my friend. Appreciate you. This is the interesting thing about this move. Think about this for a second, family. Think about this. Look how big, you know, are as tall and lean are the Saints pass rushers now. You got Davenport, who's 6'5", 6'6", around that, right? You get this kid right here, Casper, now he's 6'7". And then you got Carl Granderson, who's 6'5". Saints, and not to mention Cam, 6'4". So the Saints have some tall edge rushers there that they can utilize. They got some size. The Saints building size in that with those defensive ends, you know. So think about what that for a second. Very interesting. This guy is athletic. Like I said, he's still untapped potential. He had a lot of really decent stats, but nothing what people thought he could be, you know, all the decorated stuff that he was coming out of that. But like I said, change of scenery, and plus Ryan Nielsen always seems to get the most out of his guys. He really helped Cam turn it up and take it up to another notch. He did the same thing with Trey Hendrickson. He really helped Carl Granderson. We waiting to see what he can do with Davenport. Perhaps a full season as starter can help Davenport out. But Casper 9 is a question mark. But if you believe in Ryan Nielsen, believe and know that Ryan Nielsen could probably get something out of this kid. So we'll just have to wait and see how it all shakes. But it's very, 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 very high motor on this kid. We're going to see, man. A lot of versatility. All right, let's move on to the next news note and item here. I'm going to talk about the 17-game NFL schedule, overtime changes and more. This is what's on the agenda as Roger Stinking Goodell is looking like even booing him on the teletrader. Nobody likes this dude except for the owners because he makes some money. All right, this was coming from NOLA.com, one of our favorite writers, Amy. The NFL annual meeting is set to begin Tuesday, and there's plenty of table during these virtual sessions with league owners. And of course, the major topics of discussion as the NFL's owner meetings roll around is proposed rule changes. There are two big topics of discussion on the table. NFL the week's owner meetings, one, which is already outlined in the collective bargaining agreement, is the length in the regular season is 17 games over 18 weeks. The 16-game schedule has been on the books since 1978. Some players like Saints Kamara and Cam Jordan aren't thrilled with playing 17 games in the regular season. Kamara responded to a tweet from Adam Schefter on Sunday by saying, you know what, as dumb as you know what. I mean, this is, you know, and Elvin's right, man. You know, it is as dumb. It's almost as dumb as going to the strip club right after the, you know, the Christmas Day game. You rush for 6 touchdowns. You go to strip club and almost infect the running back room. Almost as dumb as that, you know. But Jordan, you know, says, will comparison stats be discredited? Held for a 17-game. Hold on here. 17 game health for 17 game matter? Of course it doesn't. CBA stipulates that there could be no more than 20 games in a single season. So if the owners want to implement the 17-game regular season, then the preseason will decrease to 3 games. Of course, that's the plan because we knew that was the plan. We knew that was the plan when they told you that last year. And that's what I keep saying about, you know, how people do. What they do is they incrementally release stuff. They don't just drop it on you. They introduce the thought. And this is something they've been doing for years. And just be paying attention to how the psychologists who create all of this stuff, they're the ones that study the minds of people and say, well, the best way you can do is incrementally introduce something to them so when it comes in, they'll be ready for it. That's how a lot of this really difficult and evil change and stuff that they're doing currently is implemented, because they introduce it to you in small dribs and drabs, and then when it comes, you've been prepared for it, you know, as opposed to them just dropping it on you. They've been doing incrementalism for years. But this is the same thing with the NBA. I mean, NFL, NBA, they do. They introduced this idea last year, and they put it in the CBA agreement. The players agreed to it, and all of a sudden there's a problem. And we knew at the time what it was going to be, and that's to remove the preseason. We knew they were going to take preseason games, and ultimately, you and I know the plan was to cut the preseason games down to 2. You know, I know that because this was introduced. But like I said, the players want money. The owners know that they can whip the players by giving them more money, and the players will bow down and kneel their head to the almighty dollar. You know, come on. The CBA stipulates there could be no more than 20 games, but that they'll get around that. The other major potential change would affect organized team workouts, otherwise known as OTAs and minicamps. In-person OTAs and minicamps were canceled altogether ahead of the 2020 season because of C-19. And as it stands for 2021, nothing is on the books for this spring and summer. NFLPA President J.C. Tretter said in December that the remote offseason should become permanent, adding that it gives players rest. He says the argument in favor of the offseason practices is based on the assumption that players need reps during OTAs to develop and learn while teams need to practice to gel. Tretter wrote in December, yet the lack of OTAs this year demonstrated that those theories aren't substantiated. And new and first year head coach had success. Newly assembled teams had success. Rookies stepped in and played at a high level across the league. Now, eventually, if you go back, a portion of that is true. Who that to your Laurie? Who that to Clean Hands? Who that to Farouk Obasi? What's up, Farouk? True Louisianimal. Yeah, text saying say Big Q Elvin need to be quiet. And yeah, I mean, how you gonna call some? How that guy? How the hell that guy gonna say something about this some stupid shit? How you gonna say something? This coming from the guy that was skiing down side of mountains where they got the trees at. This coming from the same guy that did the stuff at the December 25th game of last year. This coming from the same guy that also spent the entire season violating the C-19 rules and refused to wear that tracking watch. You know, and listen, I understand that, but at the same time, you got a phone that do the same damn thing. Come on. I mean, you can either wear that or they'll put an app on your phone. Either way, it's the same damn thing. And besides, it cost the Saints, he himself cost the Saints 2 picks, him with his shenanigans, cost the Saints 2 picks alone. So, I mean, he need to keep his goddamn mouth shut. Shut up, Elvin, because let me just stop it right there. You stupid shit. Yeah, you would know, wouldn't you? You would definitely know. All right, let's keep it going. Very interesting, man. But big ups to the rest of y'all. Good to see y'all in the chat here as we keep this going. Now, he's saying the argument in favor of these offseason practices based on that assumption. Now, we do not need to be brought in April, June to practice against each other. It's simply unnecessary. Now, you guys remember, like I remember, all of the injuries that were occurring, when the season started, how rusty as hell a lot of these teams were when the season started off. Now, less practice means that, yeah, the injury is going to go down, but that's less contact, as a lot of people use that as a barometer to be able to build synergy and harmony with the team. It's always been that way. So it's like less work on the field, less practices, and will translate to sloppier football early on. Remember how sloppy the first several weeks of the NFL season was before things start, until people started playing their ways into their rhythm and all that. Y'all remember that? All that sloppy ass football and people getting hurt, So I mean, this is, they won't get paid, but don't want to do as much to get it. So it's a method to the madness on why people were doing it like this. But let's proceed. Let's go forward. All right, according to reports by ESPN, if team owners required in-person workouts, NFLPA will work again for the daily C-19 test, and owners could balk at the requirement because they believe daily testing won't be necessary by July because vaccines will likely be available by then. Not everybody will take those. Out of all the people that have in the NFL, it is still a small few that has taken those. And they still saying once you've done that, you still got to mask up. So, I mean, what, come on. It's not the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? So what are the proposed rules changes, right? Number one, reviewing the roughing the passer. This rule, and then this is just absolute foolishness. This rule would be fairly simple. If roughing the passer penalties will be reviewable. And what they're going to do. Like I said, it's just one of those things is you putting the power in the hands of the referees, who in my opinion are ridiculous or corrupt, or most of them are stupid. And I'm just going to keep it real. How could you have all those views from angles and then still call the play wrong? I mean, it gets to a point. I don't trust the referees. I don't like, in many cases, how they operate, and that's my standpoint. And I got a reason and a method for my madness, and y'all know why, or the history of being a black and gold person. You know what the referees have done to you year after year. So giving them the power to review roughing the passer, to me, is giving them the power to review interference calls, in which they still gonna call the interference despite looking at the teller. It makes no difference. You have to remove that power. If you want to make it fair for people to gain trust in the officials, you have to take it away from the officials in the hands of an independent body that's not connected to the NFL, who does have some type of respectability, being that they'll never want to have any independent group like that that's separate, that don't get its coinage from the NFL, or that's not controlled. They won't ever do that, because that takes the control out of their hands. They want it in the hands of the referee. So, man, you can point at them and say, look at the fool, look at this buffoon, and look at this clown out here, you know? But anyway, change in hiring timeline. The rule change requires teams hiring for new positions, coaches, to wait until conference championship weekend to begin interviews for vacancies until the Super Bowl to announce hirings. Very interesting thought process behind this proposal. It would give more opportunities to minority coaches who are coaching their teams in the playoffs. For example, the Buccaneers defensive coordinator Todd Bowles and Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy. The rule was formally proposed by the Buffalo Bills, but the Saints coach Sean Payton has been a vocal supporter of changing the hiring timeline to better serve the league's minority coaches. All right, another rule changed. Overtime changes. There are 2 overtime rules on the table. The first proposal would be to bring sudden death rules back to the NFL overtimes. If implemented, the team that scores first wins the game. Currently, if the team wins the coin toss, scores a touchdown, then win the game. But if they make a field goal, that gives the team a chance to win. If this passes, even more emphasis will be placed on winning the coin toss, because if the team that wins the coin toss makes a field goal on the first possession of overtime, that would end the game. The second proposal is way more conventional. The proposal sent in by the Ravens is dubbed a spot and choose rule. One team picks the spot of the ball to start the overtime period. The other team picks where to play offense or defense. For example, the Saints were to pick their own 20-yard line. The Buccaneers would then pick if they wanted to play offense from the Tampa Bay 20-yard line, or if they wanted the Saints to play offense from, it sounds like some Madden crap to me. I don't know if I like that one. Number 4, onside kick alternative. This rule has been on the table now for 3 seasons. Under this proposal, teams would have an option to convert a play from 4th and 15 rather than kick an onside kick. So quite a few of the proposals. The biggest one, of course, is changing, getting that season. Remember this, the NFL owners always get what they want. If they want a 17-game NFL schedule, they're going to get it. Remember what it was originally, and it continually grow and grow, because the NFL owners, they have the power and the influence to get what they want. And merely if they say to the players, well, we want this, what you want to do? And then they'll say, well, give us some more money. And then they'll sell their soul even further. So, I mean, they already know how to push these guys. That's how they got what they got so far anyway. You know, they know the mind of these people, and most of them are greedy. All right, let's get into this. Saints star Alvin Kamara blasts NFL suspected decision to expand regular season games. But this dude need to shut the hell up, man. I'm so sick and tired of hearing this dude, man. This dude here cost us 2 picks. This dude here always talking and running his damn mouth, man. He says dumb as hell, but he gonna play it though. Watch. He ain't gonna step out of it. It's dumb as hell, but he gonna have his ass out there playing for the check. I promise you that much. So, you know, Cam said some stuff about it, and they talk about the issues of health, which could be addressed if you perhaps give another roster spot or 2 to the extra season. That'll kind of help out as well. Like maybe if you give them an 18 schedule, 18 games, perhaps expand the roster out a bit and add a few more spots there. You see what I'm saying? That's not a bad rule at all. So if you're going to do 18, open up the roster, maybe make it 15 players or active 15 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, that addresses the concern issue. Add more players to the team, and that way, the active roster making it 55 as opposed to 53 will help out. You know, maybe 56. Open it up a little bit if you want that. All right, let's move on to the next article as well as we keep it moving. Court records show that Marshon Lattimore charged with 4th-degree felony. This was a couple of days ago. During the weekend, Marshon Lattimore has been charged with 4th-degree felony for allegedly receiving stolen firearm, saying receiving. This is the verbiage of what was wrote. Has been charged with 4th-degree felony for alleged receiving stolen firearm. This is from the court records assessed Times-Picayune and advocates Amy Just. The Saints cornerback must pay 10% of his $5,000 bond to be released from jail. He's waived his preliminary hearing, so the case will advance to a grand jury. It's tough to say what will happen next, whether Lattimore is sentenced to prison, fine, or probation yet to be determined. Any potential league discipline or suspension is also uncertain. It's best to remain patient and let these legal issues play out. So they're trying to say because he didn't tell them that thing was in there. Like I said, whoever was rolling with this man, they're not owning up. We know, me and you both know that Lattimore is not does not need to do that. We know for certain that is not his. None of that belongs to him. It belongs to some of them rotten ass partners he was riding with. But them cowards don't want to take ownership of what's theirs. So I mean, it's pathetic. But this, it's weird how it is nowadays, man. It's almost like a skunk culture out there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's honorable. Very few people, I ain't gonna say nobody, but very few people are pushing the honorable. You know, it's good. It's more cool to backstab. It's more cool to mess over your woman, or the woman to mess over the man, or whatever. It's just a culture of there's no code. You know, it's the coldness is a bunch of garbage. The code is a bunch of foolishness. The code is a bunch of crap. You know, and it's just more of the same. It's like do whatever you can for the dollar. Do whatever you'll sell out. You're not really selling out. You're buying in, and this kind of nonsense, man. We need to take it back. We need to give that crap back, man. We need to go back to being honorable. We need to go back to being respectable. We need to go back to being outstanding and upstanding. We need to go back to being strong. We need to go back to having character. We need to go back to having respect. We need to go back to being, just a person that looks out for the community, person that look out for the older people, a person, that looks out, period. That's what we need to go by. We don't need to be backstabbing and lying and all this kind of stuff. We need to be more honorable people. I'm telling you, the universe shifts in your favor when that happens. But all of this other stuff, this madness and this backstabbing for money and this rap culture crap and all this garbage, it's absolutely pathetic, man. It's pathetic. And that's why you see so much murder and death in those type of circles, because the people that's there is ingratiating that type of culture. That wouldn't be there in that magnitude if the thought process was different. Like if you wouldn't sell out for the money because you know that what you possess is priceless, you wouldn't sell out for the money. So there'd be no need for you to be in that position. So it's just a bunch of stuff, man. I'm not gonna get in the spiel about it, but man, it's too many people out here operating on a code that without a code, that's why people are dying. If you don't have a code to operate, every damn thing that's anything has a code. If you are codeless people, you're not gonna make it. If you don't have a code to live and move forward, you're gonna die. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Everybody or any powerful group out there operates with a code of ethics. That's right, ethics. And if you don't, even if they have bad ethics, like some of the dirty politicians even have a code where they don't get around people that's clean. They get around dirty ones because they realize that the dirty ones won't tell on them because that he'll tell on you. You got just as much to lose as him. So they feel comfortable being, he won't expose me because I expose him. You see, that's a code. It's a disagreeable one. But see, even trash like that know to have a code to operate by. If you operating out here without a code, you won't make it. I'm trying to tell you something. Anyway, that'll be that, man. Then we're going to move on to this one here, which is the Saints. This is from the PFF boys. When they talk about TJ Carey, the Saints had a visit from Carey. At first, it was articles saying that he was coming. Well, he actually did come, and the Saints didn't sign him. He spent some time in New Orleans. This was last Thursday, and he visited, and the Saints were looking at him. I don't know why they're looking at this man, to be honest with you. We should be looking at a starter, but this is the theme right now of the black and gold. We operating, going to Dollar Tree. We're going to Dollar General. We're going to Walmart, and we're going to the Great Value Canned Goods section. And we're going to the Bunny Bread. We're going to Bunny Bread. No, we're going to the Wonder Bread store. We're not even going to the actual grocery store where they sell the bread, got a bread aisle. No, we're going to the store where they sell the bread. It's like the Bunny Bread store, the bread store. That's all they selling there is the bread, and you can get everything in there cheap. That's what we shopping. That's where the hell we shopping at. So, I mean, no big names, none of that kind of stuff. We are officially shopping at the Dollar Tree. So let's go back and go over some of these articles. As we talked about, the Saints agreed to terms with defensive end Kpassagnon on a 2-year contract. It really breaks down to a 1-year contract because the Saints have a void in the middle of year 1 and 2. The 17-game schedule, where the NFL is pushing in the owner meetings, you know what they're going to do. They always get what they want, and this will happen. It will happen. Saints, other players don't like it, but they'll play anyway because they want the money. Court records show, we talked about Laddie Daddy as well. Laddie Daddy, 4th degree felony, for just being in there. And listen, I've seen cases where it goes either one way or the other. But, it's just like, I like this rap culture stuff. It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood. A lot of these dudes, they have not done what they talking about they doing on record. They lying, okay? And if they really did do that, then they're incriminating themselves. You get what I'm saying? Because whatever you talk about doing on the record and you exposing it to the public, you're incriminating yourself, stupid. And you could, and they said you could go to jail based on that as well. So like I'm saying, a lot of these people, they're lying. So just in case you thinking they're real, they're not, because nobody, I hope, is stupid enough to incriminate themselves on stage in front of the world. I'm just saying. All right. Of course, TJ Carey visited the Saints, and that's what we're talking about here. So with that, we'll flash back to the mainstream. And listen, man, like I said, I'm not really happy about what went on with the Marshon Lattimore thing, as you can hear. But the reality at the end of the day is, man, this is the Great Saint Think Tank. I got love for the family members, man, and that's who I am. That's what I am. Y'all know how I feel about that. I got love for the family, but this is a bunch of BS when we dealing with Laddie Daddy. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. This is a bunch of BS. Them guys that did that to Laddie Daddy, they need to own up. They need to own up, because that ain't his stuff. But, like I said, it's a part of the game, man. It's a part of the game where you never know, man. You never know with these clowns. But anyway, big ups to the rest of the family members out there, man. We appreciate you guys being there. Chirac, what's up, fam? Said they want to pin it on him, even if somebody said it was. I know, bro. I know it's all about the collar, too, at a degree. That's not what every people, because we got some good people out there, man. I'm going to just keep it real with you. Not all of them, but the bad ones make the good ones look bad. That's why I always say on the show, if you got bad ones around you, you need to get them up out of there because they're going to make you look bad. That's what they're there for. And it's always, it's set up at a level where the bad ones advance to the top faster than the good ones, because the ones at the top don't want the good ones. They want the bad ones, because the majority of the time, the ones at the top is dirty. They bad. And they stupid too and incompetent. Most of them at the top because they hungry for power. And so ignorant to understand that the power that they seek will ultimately destroy them, because they don't have with the integrity of the things that I spoke about inside their goddamn chest to even be able to balance that power. So in the end, it'll just destroy them anyway. So if you one of them type of people that's seeking something like that, you don't even have the intestinal fortitude or the mental matrix or anything physical or spiritual inside of you to control that. You got people that'll get paper or get money, and then it'll drive them over the edge. It'll make them turn their back on their family members. They wasn't nothing without the people. They would stand with the people. All of a sudden, you get a little something, and then you turn your back on the people. That's not good, man. But that's what happened with that type of mindset. So we just hope that, that's something that I see a lot of that in the Great Saint think tank. They got a lot of young brothers out there, young sisters too, that do have integrity, and I uphold y'all, and I put y'all on my shoulders, and I shout y'all praises, man, because you don't sell out your friends and your family members for money. You don't sell out your friends and family members. And I'm saying this to the ones that make it and the ones that don't. If you see Marshon made it, or any other person that made it, and you didn't make it, let him be inspiration for you to get your shit right. You might not ever be a top-notch cornerback. That's not the point. But you might be dominant in another field of expertise. You never know. So everybody has the it factor to make it. They do. The great creator of the boundless universe put everything in everybody, gave you all the attributes you need. Some people have, to a degree, have manifested theirs where others didn't. It takes work. It takes work. It does. And oftentimes I hear the product of the environment and all this kind of bull crap. I don't believe in that. I don't think that environment should be something that pin you down and be blamed for why you're failing in life. That's not good. And then point at people who are successful and blame them for your failures. No. If they got disagreeable rich people in this world, just like disagreeable poor people. We know this. It's the same. People are people. It don't matter where they come from. They got great people that give money away to help the poor, and they got rich people that steal from the poor. We know this. But like I said, man, it's all about who you are and what you represent and what qualities you choose to manifest. That's what it really is, man, at the end of the day. But big ups to the family members, man. Inevitable big ups to your fam. Josh, what's up? Donovan, who that to you as well. Good to see you. That Muse, you're absolutely right. Muse says integrity is everything. Integrity. Bishop One Love, what's up, fam? Yeah, I know he said they're saying he got sold out. I hear you, fam. I know, bro. Come on. We know a setup when we see one. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all know when a setup when you see he riding in the car and they fine. It's just, you rolling around with him, right? And then bam, you get put, and then they got something in the car, he dirty. What? You like, well, I'm Marshon Lattimore. Well, you should have told us that. I'm gonna tell you something I don't know. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. What? How could you charge him for something he didn't know nothing about? Ignorance of the law is no excuse, my friend. So let's get litigious, shall we? Well, you know what? I'm not gonna get litigious because I can go over that right now. But it definitely appears to be a setup to me, no doubt about it. Marshon was definitely set up. We seeing a lot of stuff happen like that nowadays. When you see people lining up, going after people, we just got to be cognizant, understand, man. A lot of this is orchestrated, man. Come on, that'll just happen. You got that in there, and then all of a sudden he gets stopped, and they put it on him. You don't hear nothing about them other people. You don't hear nothing about them. I guarantee you know who that belonged to. You pull out the rep sheet on them suckers. And one with the longest rap sheet, most of the time, that's that dude right there. The rap sheet. You think everybody roll around with a dirty pistol in their car? Seriously? Huh? Look at the longest rap sheet, whoever you got there, more than likely that belonged to him. But you're not going to do that because it's about making a case, a name off of somebody, which is pathetic and sad. It's not supposed to be that. But law is not perfect because people aren't perfect. You can't expect the law system or the just us system to be fair to people when people themselves most of the times aren't fair or perfect. You see, there's things here. There's things here to consider. Texting says, Big Q, when you make it big, bro, go back to the hood and kick with your dogs. You don't ride in your vehicle. You haven't ridden yours. Yeah, I know, bro. Putting yourself, that was not a smart move by Lattimore to ride in the vehicle. He felt that, he felt that was his fault. His fault was keeping it real and riding with who he perceived his friends were, and they betrayed him. Whether they knew it or not, somebody knew who that belonged to, and they won't take credit for it, which is putting him in the crossfire and endangering his career. And like I'm saying, it's not saying that Lattimore's better than the other guys in there. It's about, if this is yours, take it. If you had the, if you had these nuts, to be put that, ride with that in your car, then when you get stopped, you got these nuts to go and tell them, hey, this is me. Listen, I ain't gonna get my dog Laddie Daddy caught up in there. This on me, you know what I'm saying? But he don't want to get threw away for 5-10 years or whatever the case might be. It's just a chump and a coward, man. These chumps and cowards, man. But yeah. What's up, Lori? Who that to you? Good to see you. And that Sad Scott says, it's all what you make it. I'm living a testimony. Lost my whole family. Wow. But God spared me. Got a bachelor's in engineering, 4-bedroom home, single, and just living life. Wow. Sad Scott testimony. You see what Sad Scott said? And see, that's what I'm saying, family. Well, yeah. Well said, Sad Scott, man. Sad Scott says, it's all what you make it. I'm living. I got to say it again, man, because, it gives perspective when you hear people talk about where they come from. I'm telling you about the indomitable spirit of people, man. The massive things that people have gone through and are going through right now and are about to go through. Take inspiration, young people. Take inspiration from people who show an indomitable spirit. Sad Scott says, all what you make it. I'm a living testimony. Lost my whole family, but God spared me. Got a bachelor's in engineer, 4-bedroom home, single, and just living life. Much love to you, Sad Scott, brother. Blessings upon you, my friend. And thank you for sharing your story, man, with the rest of the Great Saint Think Tank. Like I said, that's why people love the Sports Coma, man. Because even though we talk about sports, we talk about life, and we keep it real deal Holyfield, baby. And that's why people love the Coma, man. And that's why the Coma love the family. It's straight up. All right. Thank you for that, Sad Scott. Well said, my friend. True Louisiana says, growing up in the hood, I seen stuff like this throughout my life. Jealousy as a mother. Yeah. And see, that's possession. And like I said, a lot of the younger folks and some of our older folks, because a lot of times, a lot of these spiritual principles got to be passed on. That's why you get the term pastor. Like you got the pastor, meaning he's simply passing down what has been, in most times, some of the spiritual culture of the people, because at times we were a people that culture was word of mouth, meaning it was a speaking culture, not necessarily a written one. So you would learn through the lessons and experiences from grandparents, their grandparents, and that's how you would then gain your unique culture, from the spoken word of people that raised you or reared you. But most of the times in current situations, our young people are not getting that guidance because, many times we're coming from broken homes. And the broken homes for a reason, but I won't get into that now. But what I'm saying is, we got to understand that a lot of young people got to understand, and people, period, got to understand, whether you accept it or not, there's a force out there tearing shit up and is causing chaos, is flipping everything upside on its head. And whether you won't acknowledge it or not, it's tearing up stuff. So like I said, you really need to investigate that side of things and understand that there are spiritual protections that are afforded you. You throw them away by simply saying it doesn't exist. And I disagree with my friend. You watch what people go through out there, and you tell me that there isn't a force in those people that's helping them move through those really hard circumstances, like my boy Sad Scott said. Real stuff. Thank you, Troy. Appreciate the super chat, my friend. Thank you. Thank you to all my super chat people. I'm kind of preaching today for whatever reason, but I think it's because of the Lattimore stuff. It kind of got on my nerves. It got on my nerves last week. And of course, this is Monday. I didn't do a show on Saturday and Sunday, and I had a time to kind of think about it. But also, when you get the money and the success comes because of the hard work, you got to have that component. You got to have that spiritual component, because often, more times than not, a lot of these people that are around you are really demonic possessed people. And I ain't mean like, like the legend demons. I mean, it's just the bad character. What that stands for is the worst characters in people, period, present themselves when you don't have that psychic self-defense sort of, I'm going to operate on code. I'm not going to do this to nobody. I'm not going to harm or hurt nobody. I'm going to operate on code, because if you harm and hurt somebody, the karmatic impact of the planet comes back on top of you. So, I mean, it's certain, there's rules to this. Ain't no way you going to go where there ain't no rules, fam. That's what the code's about. There is nowhere you going to go on this planet or in this universe that doesn't have codes. The foundation of the universe was set up on rules and rules and regulations. That's where they get all this rules and regulation stuff from, the Code of Hammurabi and all that stuff going way back in the G, man. There's rules to this. The creator put rules here throughout the universe. So people telling you ain't nothing, man, they lying to you, man. We got to understand, operate on code, fam. We got to understand that. We can't be tearing each other up here, and all this craziness going. We got to have some sense. All right. Big ups to you, KB. Ramsey. What's up, Ramsey? Big ups to you as well. Much love, man, to the people, man. Both Ramseys, Bishop, one love. What's up, fam? All right. Then Sad Scott, man, that was awesome story, Sad Scott. I mean, thank you for your testimony, man. That was really inspiring, man, to hear that, man. People got to hear that, though. I'm telling you, there's a lot of family members going through stuff in their lives right now. We catching hell right now, a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? We got this stuff all out here. These people put this stuff out in the world here. They doing all this weirdness. It's a spiritual war going on right now. And a lot of people and their families right now are at odds with each other over different things that done happened because of outside influences. And it's a shame. So you got a lot of stuff, a lot of our older people catching it, our young people catching it. And at this time, when we go through these great things, we need to work. We need to really, elevate that spiritual aspect and stick together and take pride in onus of, like, a testimony like Sad Scott and many of other family members that know when I say we going through something, y'all know, because y'all might hear and say, yeah, you're right, Q, I'm going through it right now. But I'm telling you what, baby, hang in there, baby, because ain't nothing that can whip you. I'm keeping it real. Ain't nothing that can whip you, baby. Nothing that can whip you. You smile and you smile and nothing can whip you. I'm telling you, you got greatness, baby. And ain't nothing. I mean, that's the trials and tribulation of greatness. Nothing gonna take. I mean, that's nothing. Laugh at it, because at the end of the day, you gonna conquer it all, baby. I'm throwing that out there to y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all very much long. I like to thank y'all for chiming in, man. Much love to the family members. Joe Gidry, what's up, Joe? Henry, what's up, fam? Ben on Beast says, I'll be honest, I feared Lat was going to go through something like this, realize he has something to lose. Thank you, Tasha. Appreciate you, baby. She says, the Bible says that jealousy is as cruel as the grave. Love and integrity is what we are lacking. How about that? Thank you, Tasha. Very powerful and beautiful words from Tasha. Much love to you, Tasha. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. He says, yeah, we just got to throw some prayers up to Laddie Daddy, man. And like I said, a lot of people, listen, we got to understand, man, that it's as high as they uplift these people, they look to pull them down. They put you as a star so they can pull you down and call you a fallen star. I mean, that's what kind of games a lot of these people at the top play, because they Satanistic and Luciferianistic minded. But that's always been the internal struggle. It never went no more since the foundation of the world, baby. Think about it. When you was in the garden where you slid, he was in there too, slithering around trying to mess over you. Think about it. Anyway, I ain't gonna get into all that. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Much love to all the family members, man, as well. All right, Bishop says he says FABC Summer Revival for the guest minister said, I'll never forget. We're moving into the time where we once was considered wrong will be accepted, and what was right will be wrong. Spiritual warfare. Yeah, it's flipped on side of its head, bro. You absolutely right. It's toxic. Everything's upside down. And if you notice that, man, understand that what you're dealing with, man. That's all I can say about it, man. People who know. These are the times, man. Like I said, I've been reading since I was 15, 16 years old, man. Stuff that was meant for 30-year-old people. And that bit was saying this stuff then. And I'm watching and listening and seeing this going through. And I'm like, man, I told y'all this was, it is what it is. All right, what's up, Dada? Big ups to you. Says most elders' knowledge are died and dying. Most youngsters are lost. Yeah, it's a shame, man. I'm talking to the young people, telling y'all come from greatness, man. Don't let nobody pull you down for the money. Don't compromise yourself. Don't sell out, man. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Daryl says Lattimore going to be all right. He got to go through the process. Yeah, how about that? Very, very well said, Daryl. He says when the process fingerprints is right there, will clear Lattimore. Thank you, Daryl. Appreciate that. All right. Colorado says, okay, the rest of them talking. He says Lad is stuck on putting the hood on, for example, red mouthpiece, red cleats, throwing up bees. He's at a point where, okay, good statement there, Ben on Beast. He said, yeah, he kind of doing that too. Yeah. What's up, Mr. Suede? Mr. Suede's in the building. What's up, Suede? Good to see my dog, Black Suede, in the building, fam. All right. True Hurts. What's up, True Hurts? Good to see you, fam. Much love to you. But yeah, that's the part of it, though, family. Lattimore, man, we'll see. He should be on the right side of things, man. And yeah, I see you, Sad Scott. He says, no problem, Big Q. I'm truly blessed. He said, it hurts, but I keep going every day. You a walking testament, bro. You need, it's a tough journey, but listen, we go through stuff, man. And sometimes you're an example to other people watching you, because people going through some stuff, man. I'm telling you, people going through some stuff, and I just want to spread. That's why I spread as much love to the family members, because I understand what's going on out there and understand people are hurting. A lot of people are hurting right now, and I just want to just throw love at them, let them know that y'all are loved and that you're not alone, baby. You know what I'm saying? That you're not alone. So if you hurt and you got pain in your soul and spirit and you're going through stuff, keep your head up, keep your energy up. Read, look, don't turn all that negative stuff off and pick up something spiritual. Listen to something spiritual. Do affirmations, stuff like that. Keep your spirit energy up, because sickness cannot dwell in the body. That has a high vibrational level. I'm just letting you know. It has to pull you down to affect you. Understand that. Get that. It has to pull you down to get to you. But if you stay up here, it can't touch you, baby. I'm talking real to you now. I'm talking real. DeWright says it's important to understand a setback is only a setback for a great comeback. Very well said, DeWright. Thank you for that, my brother. Value is the testimony. Value is in the testimony. Thank you, DeWright. Well said. Got to say that one again. It's important to understand a setback is only just a setback for your great comeback. Understand a setback is only a setback for your great comeback. That's right. Don't ever give up. James said, what's good, Q? What's up, James? He says, I'm super late. That's all right, fam. He says, what are your thoughts on new defensive end? We need to. Yeah, I talked about him earlier in the show. I think it'll, to get the full breakdown, feel free to go back and listen to it. But he does offer something, man, that he's a very tall defensive lineman. And we building some tall defensive linemen here, if you think about it. Like I said, Kpassagnon is 6'7". Davenport is 6'6", and then you got Granderson at 6'5". These are massive defensive ends, man. And then Cam is 6'4" in his own right. So we got some pretty tall defensive ends. And of course, he's versatile. You can move him inside or outside as well. So the Saints could be plotting on a strategy here. So, I not kid him about the great value can good. But to be honest with you, the fullback signing from Carolina, Alex Armah, was a solid signing. The Vanette signing was a 3-year deal. He's going to provide good value there as a blocker. And he also can catch. He's not super athletic, but the Saints been watching this kid for some time. They wanted him. They gave him a 3-year deal. And of course, today with the defensive end signing, he could be moved around on the defensive line. And remember, I think he underachieved a bit with Kansas City. He has some pretty decent stats, but I think to reach his potential, he need a change of scenery. And perhaps we can get Ryan Nielsen, our fantastic defensive line coach, to get behind him and help him develop like he did Trey Hendrickson, like he did Carl Granderson, Cam Jordan, and perhaps this year Davenport as well. So it'll be interesting to see. He said we need defensive tackle, cornerback, linebacker, wide receiver, and QB. They have not made moves to me. He said that say we have needs, we are too still. It's because of the money. They don't have the money to go. They still haven't broke out the extensions on Ryan Ramczyk. And right now, I don't know if they'll get it done. Right now, with the bad press on Laddie Daddy, I don't know if they will work an extension. That might prolong the extension of Lattimore, but it shouldn't prolong the extension of Ryan Ramczyk. So that should be a big shoe to drop too. But the Saints are shopping in the bargain basement. We knew that. And so continue to expect that, family. Continue to expect you to not hear about some of these players. And I've not seen under the Sean Payton era this type of approach, which lets you know that the onus is on the draft. So the Saints have 7 or 8 picks this year. And they've really taken cheaper signings, which letting you know, the money is an issue. But we're going to try to do our best smartly to sign young. And we talked about this actually, that the Saints will be doing this strategy. And even Mickey came on the show and told y'all, Mickey told y'all ass that they wasn't going to be doing, expect them to be major players in this thing. So, he did say that. All right. Thank you for that, James. Appreciate you. All right. Much love. What's up, Tori? Brother Tori in the building as well. Big ups to you, fam. All right. Let's see. We're going to keep it. What's up, Seth? Big ups to you. Text said Scoob there. Okay, Scoob. My dog Scoob in the building. I missed this if I ain't see Scoob in the building. All right. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Yeah, see, that's beautiful, family. Family just, supporting, man. That's what we're here for. If you need inspiration, you need that, man, throw that in the works, man. Everybody could use a little prayer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can use a little positive energy. We all could. We all going through the same stuff right now, family. Trust and believe that. Seth says, since we signed a fullback from Carolina, we better run up the middle with Murray at least 15 times a game. Seth, I'm with you. I love to watch Murray run, but this guy is definitely going to open up holes, and the Saints have not traded or released Latavius Murray, which is a plus. That's not saying that they won't do it in the draft, but hopefully they don't. I think that Latavius Murray should remain with the team. He's done all of the positive stuff. That his contract ain't really that expensive where you got to be doing all this old stuff for it. I mean, you got good value for Latavius Murray. He's perfect there. He's 3 more. He's a third year in the system, which means he's getting a little bit better there. So it's awesome, man. It's awesome. All right, let's keep it going here before we bounce out. All right, big ups. Text Saint says, who that? All right. What's up, Eternal? Eternal Absolute in the building. Big ups. Sean says, especially Marshon, he need them loving. He needs them loving hands. Matt, what's up, Matt? He says the D from the Broncos likes to block. It's a good thing. Okay. All right. Let's see who else we got here. All right. DeWright says, look like sometimes the clearance section has hidden gem. Yeah, and the Saints, and listen, and I kid them, and me, I break out my great value canned good analogies all the time. But, in this environment, it's not such a bad thing. I think the Saints are going to get good value, especially out the fullback, the tight end. Sean Payton gave the man a 3-year contract. He didn't give nobody else no 3-year contract. Now, he did give the defensive end we picked up today a 2-year deal, but really it's a 1-year deal because it voids after. There's an opt-out after between year 1 and 2. So the Saints, if they don't like him, they can easily back up out of it. Which is why I don't understand why they didn't give Jameis Winston a deal where you can give him a 2-year deal with an opt-in or opt-out clause. I just don't understand it. 2 back-to-back years. If you really like Jameis as much as you say, then why would you then, you can get him on a bargain here. You got him a bargain last year. This year, when you signed him, you could have did the 2nd year, and then had him here. And chances are, and I say an 80% chance, Jameis balls for the Saints. Because if he balls, he's money goes up next year. So, I mean, I just don't understand the itsy-bitsy spider-ass moves with the 1 year here with the quarter. I mean, give some real stability to the QB position with years. But perhaps we'll see their strategy moving forward. Perhaps they're looking at the draft. We'll see. All right. Seth says, I don't know, Q, that great value apple juice pretty good. That's what I'm saying. Not everything from great value from the Dollar Tree is bad. I've said that. You'll find some terrific bargains and some good stuff right there. If you go catch a sale, ain't nothing wrong with catching a sale. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes that great value be good. You know what I'm saying? You get some of that great value, all that'd be good, you know, most of that time. Sometimes depend on your economics. You know, you might not be able to get the sugar smacks. You got to get the sugar smooths. You know, you might not be able to get the corn pops. You might have to get the corn puffs. You know, you might not be able to get, you know, well, you give King Vitamin. That's the cheapest shit in there. That's commodity. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean. You know, sometimes it's good to shop at the bargain basement, economically speaking, and the Saints are doing that, right? But they're getting value. I got to give them credit. The fullback is value. He's an upgrade over Burton. He is. He can do 4 things Burton could try to do, but he's a natural at it. The tight end will surprise some, I think, with his blocking ability. He's huge, 6'6". He's a good blocker. He also can catch the ball. He ain't Jimmy Graham by any stretch of the imagination, or even Josh Hill, but he'll give value there. The defensive end does give value. He's a guy that can play the end or the tackle position. You can move him around and let Ryan Nielsen get his hands on him and see what he can make there. So you're absolutely right. You are 100% right. Sometimes great value works. It does. It really does. All right, family. We got about 24 seconds left in the Pelicans matchup as they're up 113-107 on the Boston Celtics. And the Pelicans about to get a win there, man. How about that? My Pelicans flowing. All right. Who that? 26 from Zion, 25 from Mr. B.I. in the building. Pelicans about to get that win, baby. 4 games from 500. Here we come, NBA. If you're a Pelicans person, go to the description section and join the Pelican post-game report. Be having fun over there, man. Join the flocking family. All right, let's keep it going, fam, up in this thing. All right, big. DeRicey, just check the expiration date. All right, Matt says, my bad, I was saying tight end from Brown. I got you, Matt. I got you. Pelicans said the Pelicans just about. Yeah, I seen that. I just said that. Goonie, what's up, Goonie? All right. Chris, what's up, Chris? Chris Rooks, who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat, my friend. But yeah, like I said, fam, I'm going to tip out on that. I just wanted to drop down and say what's up with the family. I know, Lori. Isn't it exciting? I know. Yep, I'm excited too, Lori. Yep. Jay Huntsberry, what's up, Jay? But, you know, like I said, fam, I just wanted to tip in with y'all on tonight's show and spread some news. Now, of course, y'all probably won't see me until Wednesday. For if you're not a Patreon or a YouTube member, we do our TSC Q&A live show tomorrow on Patreon. We'll cover these new players in detail. We'll go over scouting reports. We'll go through the full spiel. We'll do a mock draft as well, and we'll do a few other things on this TSC Q&A live show we'll have coming tomorrow after 6 o'clock. So with that being said, I'll tip out on it. Please feel free, family. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and join the realest show covering your New Orleans Saints. Join the YouTube membership. Join the Patreon platform, and you can unlock all that locked content, over 40 plus shows of TSC Q&A Live, our really intricate Saints talk show, On Cue with Big Q, and our news show talking about that real deal Holyfield. That's available for our Patreon people. You can unlock that with a membership. Cheapest is the membership tiers that we have is $1 and up. So for $1 a month on Patreon, $1 a month, $12 a year, you can support the platform. And we do all kind of stuff, man. So at the end of the day, 50 plus shows a month. We keep it real deal Holyfield, baby. That's what we do. But at the end of the day, thank you guys, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Listen, I'm promoting you guys to keep your positive vibrations up. I know we all going through some stuff. Keep your positive vibrations up, you know, and pray for other people around you. Pray for each other, pray for each other, because we most certainly need it in this age of what we going through. Let me tell you something, family, for real deal, for real. You know, our children need it. Our young people need it. Our older people need it. Everybody need it, man. And it's time for us as a human family to uplift each other, man, and throw these devilish demon dogs, as I call them, going back in the day to Conan Barbarian, throw these rotten demon dogs trying to separate everybody to pieces, separate the man from the woman, all this kind of stuff. Cut that out, man. I'm not playing that game with y'all about that. trying to cut the people up, separating everybody so they can try to conquer them. No, we ain't playing that. We're going to stick together. We're going to fight together. We're going to pray together. We're going to be real. That's what we are. So at the end of the day, much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all for chiming in. Thank you, Tosh. She said, can't wait for the season to start. She said her husband is having withdrawals. About to drop from the stadium. Tasha, tell my dog Sean who that told him. Tell Sean I said what's happening. So with that being said, fam, I'm going to tip out on that. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all keep y'all vibes up, man. Pray for each other. Love each other. And I'm going to holler at y'all Wednesday for my Patreon and our YouTube membership family. I'll see y'all Tuesday afternoon on the Patreon. Much love to y'all guys, and I'm out. Who that?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma.